In a sunny little town called Santa Velas, nestled between palm trees and dusty desert roads, there lived a spirited young race car driver named Rico. He was only 8 years old, but he dreamed big. Not just of racing, but of winning the Grand Carrera, the biggest race in all of Latin America. Rico wasn't like the other drivers. He didn't have a fancy team or a brand new car with sponsors. His race car, which he named Furia Roja, was built from old parts in his abuelito's garage. The paint was chipped, the engine was loud, and the seat had a tear in it. But it was fast, and it was his. "Mijo, you don't need the best car," his abuela always told him. "Just the biggest corazon." Every day after school, Rico practiced on the dusty tracks behind the hills. He'd race the wind, drift around cacti, and imagine the roar of a crowd cheering his name. One day, a letter came in the mail. Rico opened it with greasy hands and wide eyes. "Congratulations, Rico. You've qualified for the Grand Carrera. See you at the starting line." He jumped so high he nearly hit his head on the garage ceiling. "Abuelito, we made it!" Race day came fast. Drivers from all over the continent arrived with massive trailers and sparkling cars. Rico pulled up in a rusty truck with Furia Roja on the back and his abuelos by his side. The crowd laughed when they saw him. "Is he serious?" one tall driver sneered. "Looks like a toy car," another chuckled. But Rico just smiled and tightened his helmet. "Let's see who laughs at the finish line." The announcer's voice echoed over the track. "Ladies and gentlemen, drivers and dreamers, the Grand Carrera is about to begin." Boom! The starting fireworks shot into the sky. Rico hit the gas. Furia Roja roared to life. At first, the others zoomed ahead. Their engines screamed like dragons. But Rico stayed calm. He remembered what his abuelito taught him. It's not just about speed, it's about rhythm. Lap after lap, he gained ground. He weaved through turns with the smoothness of salsa music and used shortcuts only someone who knew the land would recognize. By the final lap, only one car was ahead, the reigning champion, El Trueno. He was fast but reckless. As they approached the last corner, El Trueno took it too sharp and skidded. Rico saw his chance. He took the inside lane, held his breath, and vroom! He passed him. The finish line was just ahead. The crowd stood up. Even the drivers who mocked him watched in awe. 3-1. Rico shot across the finish line, tires smoking. He won. The stands erupted. People cheered. Kids chanted his name. Reporters rushed to take his picture. Abuela cried, "Ay, Dios mío, he did it." Rico stood on the winner's podium, holding his shiny gold trophy with both hands. He looked into the cameras and said, "This is for every kid with a big dream and a small garage. You don't need the fastest car, just the biggest heart." And from that day on, Rico wasn't just a kid racer. He was a legend.